Good morning from Korea. How are you guys? Hope everything's good. Um, welcome, GY6. Um, I love your videos, by the way. It's, I mean, I gotta catch up some of your videos, but yeah,
They got the annoying.
yeah, you got the annoyance, yeah, exactly. Oh, Blaze back up. Wow, how are you? I don't know if you are the one who came in yesterday. Someone came in with another Blaze came a backup channel, but interestingly enough, that you know he or she didn't have the wrench, but you do. So I know you're a legit one. David, the special op unit, welcome. Smoky Sand Probation, welcome. Thank you for coming. Lenny Cash, Dr. Kyle Lawyer Can. Unknown. Hey, Rob Reed, how are you? What is it? I sure hope that Linda Emerson hasn't said smoking news.
I, I think I think that one we can actually guarantee probably hasn't happened.
I don't want to see, please. It's like, ew, gross. Uh, hey, loving Christian, how are you? I don't think Linda's Volkswagen is doing good. I don't. What? Well, I heard that people are going to flag or whatever. I don't know. Why would they flag for what? Only Josh. If it is false, only Josh get to flag it. But of course, what do you expect from that coward, right? I mean, oh boy, I was able to catch a little glimpse of, what's his name, Rage, right? Knox hangout last night, and there were a couple of things that I wanted to like correct, uh, but like for example, I don't know. Let's see. He was saying that Josh is not a pedo, but in a way that the victim was, older, not like 6 year old or anything. But as insofar as my understanding, pedo is like those guys who have that kind of crap for like 13-year-old and younger. That's my understanding. So the victim happened to fell into that age group. So that's why he's a pedo. Uh, I mean, Josh, he can cry all he wants, and he will try to what lie, just like what he has been doing. He will try to lie, thread, fabricate all kind of crapola his way out again and again, and usually it's done by such strawman and lies and smearing other people. But that's what narcissistic pathological liars do. Um, I mean, that's like straight up that case. Like for example, when I explained knock, when I explained raging atheists about uh, you know like 6 year old thingy, you know, Josh would take that and build up a straw man lie saying that what I said was the victim was 6 year old, when it just simply means that the victim was 6 plus younger than the perpetrator, right, Josh? Which was exactly the case. So I vaguely remember like correcting a raging atheist at the same time too. It's like, no, the victim wasn't 6. It just means that 6 plus years younger than Josh. But anyway, his lies against, including my family, right? That's yet another lie, isn't it? It's quite evil at that. I mean, I am divorced, but not for the reasons that Josh alluded, saying that I have abused my children, blah blah blah. It's just ridiculous crap like that. Rob should know. He's an attorney. Why we were divorced, but certainly it wasn't because I abused my children. That's just crazy. Anyway, I would not take him any seriously at all, especially at this point. he is a proven liar, and I don't expect any truth from such liar. But anyway, let's see. I have someone else other than Brother Rob. I'm going to ask you, hi, Bro Rob. Not, I'm sorry, Brother Bill. I have Brother Bill here. It's still early in the morning here. I would like to introduce someone else too. But hey, first, Brother Bill, how are you today?
Yeah, all good today. All
Okay,
good.
good.
Yeah,
All right.
got me
Anything?
lemon juice. Got me lemon juice. Must be
Lemon
fine.
juice. No,
Yeah.
no beer.
No. Like I said, I'm gonna have to wait until Wednesday. I've got to be strong.
How do you make lemon juice in England? Is it the same
Well,
way you make it in America?
well, I don't know because it's watery lemon, if you to be honest. So it's like, you know, 2/3 of a glass of water, then some freshly squeezed lemons, then obviously with a lump of lemon plopped on the top.
Mm.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's
good,
good. It's
good.
good for you. Good for
But
your internal.
lot of sugar.
No, no sugar. No. I don't have sugar at all.
Oh, really? I mean,
No.
what's what's the good in lemon juice if you got no sugar?
Well, because I'm bitter and sour. Don't forget. No, I literally don't have
Oh,
sugar.
dear.
I stopped sugar about four four
Uh,
years ago. 4 years ago.
really?
Yeah,
So
honestly.
you don't consume any sugar at all?
No, and believe it or not, the first 3 months I felt rough as anything. I felt
Hmm.
like, so lethargic, and then all of a sudden, your body obviously adapts and changes, and all the sugars I get now are just natural sugars from fruit and veg.
Oh, cool,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
I know it's a pain, but if you want to cut out sugar, expect to have like 2 3 months of feeling lethargic, but after that, you're as good as gold.
Hmm. All
The
right.
wife didn't apparently, but
Oh, that's
princess.
good. She can jump in anytime. Uh, Blake saying he prefers women younger than him. I guess. Well, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with men preferring younger women. Uh, but that's quite totally different than than fully grown man preferring a child. That would
Exactly.
be quite strange and weird. I mean, like for example, my girlfriend, she's a lot younger than me, but she's not a child, definitely. But yeah, and also we have someone else, Satori. She was here before. Um, how are you, Satori? You can introduce yourself, and tell us why you think that this is quite important.
Hi guys, I'm Satori. Kent, you are wrong, and I happen to know that you were wrong. Um, I'll just go right ahead and say it. Let me start out by saying I am in no way going to sit here and say that Joshua is smoky. And you'll probably understand in just a moment why I am going to say that I'm not going to sit here and tell you all that he is who he is, because I don't know who Smokey is. I do know who Joshua is. I will tell you that I know for a fact that Joshua Nathan Marx-Herbel was in courtroom 5310 and pled guilty to uh, a charge of indecent liberties with a child because I was that child. Um, I'm the victim in that case.
Okay, that would be quite interesting. Uh, kind of surprise in a way. The I knew about this before. However, I'm sure most all of you here probably didn't know that Satoru is actually the victim in this case. Yep, exactly. It's the truth bomb. Yay! So I love truth, isn't it? So yeah, just I thought I would consider this as a question and answer time. I know it's just kind of like quick. And as I have said, I never planned this hang, but Satori did ask me to have this hangout, so I'm opening up. If you have any questions, let me know. If you like to ask a question, please, do so in capital letter, so that I can actually even address it, and in Satori also. The and if you can, brother Bill, if there's any kind of question, and then and we happen to miss it, please remind. I,
Yeah,
I
I've got
noticed that I noticed that you are better at reading the comments and stuff since you are genuine English. So
yeah. I am actually genuine English.
right, right. It seems like we have first question from Saint Tommy. Uh, does Smokey sounds like Josh? I think that is for you, Satori. Does Smokey sounds like Josh?
Um, I'm going to be very very careful here and say that I am not going to say at any point that Smokey is Josh, because I'm not going to put myself in that position. Um,
Right.
do I think they sound the same? I think they sound the same.
Okay. So sound the same. I hope that you got that answer, Saint Tommy. The what else? Just if you have any questions towards anyone here, also like towards me or towards Bro Bill, just don't be so hesitant. And including any Smokey Josh's minions, you're more than welcome. Uh, the so since Satori, she is a victim, do you recognize this person?
He looks extremely familiar for being at the courtroom. Yes.
Okay, so can you say that he's actually at the courtroom?
Yes.
Okay, so he was definitely not in Noah's Ark, for example. In other words, he was saying that he was since the brown background and all that, and he said that he was in some Noah's Ark park in
The
Kentucky.
person who I can tell you most definitely was there was the other person in the picture who was sucking
Oh,
down the water.
right, right. I
I
mean, like
wasn't paying that much attention to that person.
this one, the one
Yes.
sucking down the water with that, I mean, look at the face, so relieved. It's like, oh, I avoided the prison time kind of thing.
The
So,
other person I wasn't paying very much attention to. I just
right,
wasn't, honestly. So I can tell you at a passing glance, it looks like somebody who was there, but I can't tell you for certain.
right, right. Of course. I mean, probably the first time seeing him anyway. So we
You're
know the
correct,
guy.
Ivan. There is a no contact order. He cannot come anywhere close to me, so he's not allowed to be here.
Well, better not, and I don't think that he will at all. I'm sure he's like, so to say, to English express it as he's shitting on his pants. So,
Well, yeah,
but
yeah. God willing, it carry on that state and won't leave his house.
So if
right.
Smokey, if like I said, I don't know who Smokey is. If Smokey comes here, then he's not Josh.
Oh well, obviously, and also there is a condition. He's gonna have to be on camera, right? We don't we are actually saying him as the cartoon character, whether believe it or not.
And
It's a
and I will say the only reason that I even came across any of this was because I decided to Google his name
right,
because my case was coming up, and I happened across one of your videos, Sam.
right,
Um, that's the
because
only reason I even came across any of this stuff. I
right,
don't know who Smokey is. I
right.
I stumbled across this completely by accident. Um,
Well,
I
obviously, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So like that's just so obvious. I hashtag his stupid name anyway. Um, the and I don't think that anyone can and should actually say that, hey, that's Smokey, because obviously Smokey hasn't been on camera except this time, right? And this picture is when he came on camera, the one on the left, plucking out his lips and shaving off his beard, and taking off his glasses and in such a way, disfiguring himself like that to not look like, whatever uh, Josh out there. So
Look,
the guy on the left,
the reason that I'm here today is because I have watched a lot of these videos, and what I have to say is this. This war that is taking place between you guys and Smokey, a lot of stuff is coming out that I don't like.
of course not.
I don't like the fact that my trauma is being drug out in the open because you guys are at war with Smokey. I don't like the fact that my age is being disputed, or that it has come out that I was young, or the fact that Rob disclosed that I was getting on camera for Josh. I didn't want anybody to know that. I hadn't told anybody that. So I am extremely upset that that's now out on the internet for anybody to know, because I hadn't even told my friends that amount of detail. So the fact that a complete stranger read court documents or went into the courtroom and heard that amount of detail and then came out on a video on the internet and said it because you guys are after Smokey, regardless if Smokey is Josh or not, that affects me as the victim.
Of course.
So I I have to stand up for myself at this point. I went after justice for something that happened to me. If it's Smokey, okay, it's Smokey, and he's lying.
Right.
The
I
fact
mean,
of the matter is that Joshua Nathan Marx-Herbel, be he Smokey or not, did a lot more than what he took a plea deal for. Okay, there was a victim here, and a lot of stuff happened that I'm not going to speak about. I'm not going to divulge the details for. I don't want more details of my trauma to come out, because he is lying.
and he is going to lie more and more, So I would just I would just say that just stand strong. You've been a very courageous woman, and in fact, you are a winner in a way. You didn't just sit and took your offense or mistreatment or that sort of abuse. And the fact that you are standing up and making yourself clear is quite noble in my opinion. Uh, However, there will be certain things obviously that needs to be answered because the people are there and we are actually responsible for for the truth. I'm not here to attack Josh, really. That case has been done. He is convicted. What I'm here for is the truth. Okay, I'm here for truth, nothing but nothing false, no lies whatsoever. Janet goes, Sam, and explained to her that we all were threatened and needed him exposed. Oh well,
Look, I understand. I understand that, and I truly do. But let me just say this. You can do that without divulging details of what he did to me.
oh, I mean, the what was talked in the court. Oh, of
Yes.
course not. We are not going to discuss that at all. Uh, what he has done to you and all that. No, obviously not. So, no, without talking about that, we're going to talk about whatever happened in the court that should remain in the court, right? And if anyone is sharing any kind of content of what went on in the court, that shouldn't that's quite irrelevant to what we're
Right.
going to what we're going to say and what we're going to discuss, right?
Right. But
So
you know what?
obviously,
And on top of that, though, I I tried to say something about this the other day too.
mhm,
You you guys have been, not you guys, I'm sorry. Let me reframe what I'm saying. There has been a lot of focus on what Josh, and I'm saying this from a perspective of you guys are linking um Josh with Smokey. And
right,
that's fine. And I understand why you are. And I'm not arguing that there is a connection there. Please don't take me wrong. I'm saying this for myself. In that I cannot say that Smokey is Josh. But um making jokes about, and I'm not saying that you are, this is a general statement, making jokes about him being a pedophile and going after 6-year-olds or 8-year-olds or whatever, or making jokes about his victims, be it sexual victims or people that he's threatened or said other things about, it really diminishes the harm that he has done to me or to any other victims. And I know that I am a victim of this. I was able to prove that I was a victim of this, obviously, because charges were brought up and a conviction was made. That doesn't mean that I am the only victim. Obviously, um, obviously, I was the one that was found. I was the one who came forth and said something. That doesn't mean that there's not more people. That doesn't mean there are more people. But I think that through this process, whatever that may mean, this is the beginning of things. Um,
what do you think about?
there needs to be more sensitivity towards people on all fronts of my category and of all categories of people who are being hurt by this.
Right, of course. I mean, that is given, right? So the I hope that you can actually feel relieved, more or less, because you there is a chance that you can actually talk and feel better even about what you got to express. And we already said that nothing will be said what went on in the court, right?
Yes.
Excuse me. So I hope you feel you would feel better as we actually discuss about certain things. However, we are not going to explain about the detail that went on in the courtroom itself, nor are we going to talk about like what happened uh, during when you're a child. Obviously, that's quite irrelevant. Anyway. Okay, so Nikki D, I don't know who you are. Uh, I think I guess she. Nikki is saying that I am Dick Shades. I am thick shades. If you do not know how to address others properly, then I think that you should just call me Sam or something. Am I making you feel worse,
No,
Satori?
no, I think this situation has made me feel bad. I'm
Okay.
not directing this at anybody. I have gone through something very traumatic recently. I mean, the 30th was the court date, and it is now April the 5th. Um,
Right.
I've obviously been going through something very very
Yeah,
emotional.
you're gonna have to you're gonna have to relieve whatever the trauma crap, and it's I mean, I cannot imagine is how you know how you, well, as I have said, you are very strong women. That's 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 all I could say. You are very courageous and a strong person, and that's the thing. What kind of came? Uh, how how are you? Like, do you believe in Christ? Do you believe in God? Or how did that affect you? Your walk in Christ.
Um,
Um,
this how did this affect my walk with Christ?
right.
I grew up in the church. I had a very strong relationship with God, and this directly impacted my relationship with God. It destroyed it. I uh, I am not going to go into details about why exactly. I will say that some of what happened had a very direct impact um, because uh, because there was a religious twist on some of it. Um, so for very many years, I did no longer have a relationship with God. Uh,
Mm,
I was unsure what I believed for a very long time. I am coming back.
amen. I hope that your faith will grow strong and stronger day by day. GY6, honestly, story, the thing that angers me most is Smokey showing no concern for his victims. He is a typical sociopath. And I would like to add, he is a typical narcissistic, pathological liar. So I think that's one of the things that a lot of people feel also, right? Um, the and I think that's one of the things that why we should be, standing up against evil, standing up against what's false. Some people say that, hey, Vic Shays or Sam has been on this for months. I'm like, so, well, you think that I'll sit by, by lies and all these stupid accusations come about, being
Like I said,
spoken.
I'm not here to say that Josh is Smokey or Smokey is Josh. All I am saying is that I know who Josh is,
Right.
and
I mean, right.
uh,
Nobody has, right. We talked about that already. Who's this girl? I guess you're just joining, Tommy. She has said herself that she is the victim, and you might say that no, she's not the victim. So that's irrelevant anyway. But yeah, Satori is the victim in this case, right? Yeah, nobody's going to like say that. Oh yeah, Josh is Smokey, Smokey is Josh, and I especially don't expect that from you. And there might be something legal issues involved and things. However, people will ask, is this guy, for example, Joshua Marx-Herbel,
yes,
right? Is this guy Max is the same guy?
yes.
Is this the same guy?
I mean, that's him. I'm not.
Right.
Yes,
So yeah. So obviously, we're gonna rest at that. Okay. We're gonna obviously rest at that. So that's that's Joshua. Okay. So uh, let's see who else is answering. I mean, questioning. Mm-hmm. Tommy goes. By the way, if you want to address any questions, I please kind of write it in capital letters so I could address it. Uh, I can answer this for you, Tommy. Was this Smokey's girlfriend a while ago? No, she was a child. I mean, get it through a thick skull, Tommy. A child. Do you now understand what it means by a child? Here's the thing, Tommy. I don't know and what kind of like mentality you have, but you think that you could have like that sort of relationship with a child? Don't be ridiculous, man. Okay. Did I miss any question, bro Bill, while I was paying attention to
Uh,
Satori?
I
Oh,
see a
oh, go ahead.
question here.
Yeah.
If Smokey is Josh, do you think I should continue? He should continue on YouTube. Uh, no, I don't. Here's the thing. Um, Genuinely, if he were repentant in his heart, I think that would be different. If he could ask for forgiveness and um, admit to wrongdoing and truly um, in his heart feel bad for what he's done, that would be different. But I don't think that that is the way that the person who did this to me feels.
And I'm sure there is a reason why, you know, what she said, what Satori said, obviously, and I'm not going to ask her what went on in the courthouse. However, I'm sure that Satori has enough feeling that he was not remorseful whatsoever, and uh, he defined repentance as the just simple acknowledgement, just like Judas, how Judas acknowledged what he has done wrong, selling out the innocent one, and blah blah blah.
Simple fact is, he's got a
Mhm.
seared conscience.
Right, serious
And
conscience with a hot iron.
yeah, and again, save for an actual real miracle, you know, basically he's reprobate.
When I was young, um, I thought that having a older boy man who was 21 and in college being interested in me meant that I was prettier than the girls around me, that I was smarter, that I was better than them somehow. I liked the attention. Um, I, I I thought it meant something about me that made me better. And I did not understand uh, what was wrong with it. I was too young to get it. And the fact of the matter is that um, he was an adult and he knew better. And when I was 21 years old, I wasn't looking at people that age and thinking that they were attractive and I wanted to date them. Um, that's all I've got to say.
No,
Um,
of
it
course.
took,
I mean, that's how the most of times that's how this sort of thing happens. This,
yeah,
yeah.
and
So
a lot of people who um, have this happen when they're younger don't press charges until they're older because it takes a long time before they work up the courage um, and before they're able to do it. And honestly, I thought the statute of limitations had passed. I did not know that there's not a statute of limitations for sexual crimes against children. There's not. If anybody's listening uh, and that applies to them, guess what? There's not a statute of limitations. You can report the crime. If it's happened to you, you can contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. You can do it online. You can call the phone number. They're wonderful. They're great. You just have to call them, contact them, let them know what's happened to you. They can get you in contact with resources to report the crime that's happened to you. No statute of limitations. That's what I
the
did.
Is it like 1-800 number? Do you have a number with you in handy, or does it
Um,
only like?
I can get it. Give me just a second.
Okay, yeah, if you have that, that would be great because I mean, yeah, Josh has been doing this not just to you. He has been doing that to other people, obviously, and
That's
he's been
that's
threatening, for example, Blaze. Go ahead, bro. Any any questions out there? Because I'm missing. Because the comments are going up so quickly. So
So the phone number is 1-800-843-5678.
1-800. Let me just type that here in the comment.
That's 1-800-843-5678.
843-57
5678.
5670. Oh, all right. So you heard that is 1-800-843-5678. There you go. I put that number in the comment also. So no limit to that sort of things. Timing, no statutory period. Um, Kent Hovind CPA says, can she tell us more about his probation restriction?
I
Do you
don't
know
know.
anything about this?
I don't know. All
No.
I know
Okay.
is that it's supervised probation um, for 36 months. I really don't
Right.
know what that means. I would assume that can probably look them up. It's probably something that is public. What supervised probation means in the state of California. I don't
I would
know.
I would think that like regular probation is like you report time to time, and supervised probation is like you have designated uh, the probation officer, and then he will come to you or your house or whatever and inspect you and things like that.
I don't know. I mean, it's public record, so
Right,
uh,
right.
yeah, I'm not sharing anything that's not something that somebody could walk. I mean, the courtroom was open to the public, so anybody could have come in and sat down and listened. So I'm not sharing anything that somebody could not have come and sat down and listened to.
Okay. Here's a question from Bruce, Blessed Bible Fight Club. Does it bother you hearing there is a guy online crying victim in relations to being taken advantage of?
I'm not sure what you're saying,
Like for
Bless.
example, like Josh would be crying victim. He's like, "Oh, I haven't done anything wrong. Is that whatever her
Oh,
fault?"
absolutely. I think that I heard something about him saying, "Oh, yeah, that this has to do with the Me Too movement, and that
Oh yeah, that.
yeah, that the Me Too movement has ruined his life, and that the only reason that I did this was because of Me Too." I would just like to go on the record and say that Me Too had absolutely nothing to do with this. I reported this in April of the year before Me Too happened, and he was arrested October 4th of that year, and I believe Me Too didn't happen until something like October 18th, 17th, or 18th of that year. So Me Too happened after I reported it and after he was arrested. So Me Too had absolutely nothing to do with it. The reason that I reported it was because I was going to school to get my master's degree in forensic psychology. By the way, if anybody wants to um, say that there's no way that I'm the victim of this crime, go ahead and argue because I sure do seem to have a whole lot of details about it. Anyway, I was sitting in class, and my professor happened to be the chief deputy of the United States Marshal Service Behavioral Analysis Unit, and told me that there was no statute of limitations on child sex crimes, and that pedophiles tend to have multiple victims and don't stop victimizing. And when I heard that, I knew that I had to do something about it, because if I was not going to be the only person who had been victimized, I had to take action. So I took action that day. I walked up to my professor, told him I had been a victim, and asked him what I could do about it. And he sent me to the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. I walked out into the balcony of my school, picked up the phone with my best friend standing next to me, and with tears in my eyes, I called and reported the crime.
Wow. Man, you just gave me chills right now. Again, I applaud your courage. It's just incredible.
I don't mean to be quiet. It's just that, you know, it's just shocking. That's all.
Right. All right. Yeah, please do capitalize your question. We are not going to take any question what happened in the court, obviously, or what happened when she was a child only, right? Just because those are quite irrelevant. Okay. Now, next question from Ivan. Have you met some great caring people during the healing process of dealing with your trauma?
Yes, I have. So this might be a somewhat surprising response. I actually just got divorced. It just didn't work out. My ex-husband and I happened to be better friends than romantic partners. But he was a really great person. Still is. We're really great friends. He helped me tremendously during the whole healing process. Um, he helped me through pretty much everything. I met him when I was 19. I am now 32. And he helped me every step of the way through the healing of trauma. I also had many great therapists, many great friends. I've had a great family, great friends. I've had a lot of people who really stepped up and helped me get through the healing process and through the justice system.
Okay. Oh yeah, there are a lot of people commenting, and especially from Cheryl, you're a brave woman. Um, yeah, I mean, I gotta totally agree. So, I mean, I'm so happy and glad that you are actually standing up for yourself. Also, um, it's just it's been nuts on YouTube as well. But
Yeah.
um,
I do want to go on the record and make this very, very clear. This did take place when I was in 8th grade, and the summer before I started high school. I was not 15 and 11 months years old. I was not going on 16. I was not engaged to be married. I was 13 and 14 years old. I have no particular reason for saying this. I'm just saying, no, my family did not approve of the relationship. I was told by Joshua, not Smokey, because I don't know who Smokey is. I was told by Joshua to lie and say that he was 18 years old so that the relationship would be considered more appropriate. I believe he was also lying to his mother to say that I was 18. She knew of me, if I remember correctly. But my parents did not approve of the relationship. In fact, I do believe that my father tried to take my cell phone away from me at one point. I do remember lying, saying that we were no longer talking to each other at another point. Definitely did not approve of it at all.
Right. I think you were addressing this question. No, no approval whatsoever. And so far as I understand, that Josh was actually having her lie, as Satori have said. So no, is yeah, exactly. Is quite satanic. Is I could only say that he's a Satanist. In turn, he would tell me that I'm a Satanist. Go figure. you know. So hey, what can I say? All right. Any other questions out there? Anybody? If you want to address the question, please write it in capital letter.
I think they're probably all in shock like me, Sam. And most of the comments are obviously, with genuine, sincere love.
Well, I appreciate that.
That's what's going on. But yeah, like I said, I'm like I said, I'm not deliberately being quiet. It's just that I am a bit taken back because this is reality. This isn't some silly YouTube game. This is genuine stuff.
Well, I think it's maybe a little too easy to forget that there was somebody else involved in this who, and not knowing any real detail about what was going on, and just hearing a lot of lies about it, maybe a little too easy to not realize that there was a lot more under the surface.
Yeah. Even the beloved are on there saying that they are genuinely shocked, and I think that's why there's not many questions. There might be shortly, but yeah, I understand.
Raw, the interesting thing is that part of my healing process is that I have already forgiven him, and I did a long time ago. Believe it or not, it was extremely difficult for me to decide to press charges against Josh for what he did. There was a point in time when I believed that I was in love with him. So I was 13, 14 years old. I fell into a fantasy that it was a romance, and I was in love with him. And it was very difficult for me to look back on all of this as an adult and understand what had happened. And it was not easy to look at it and understand that I was going to be moving forward with doing something that was going to have a great impact on somebody else's life. And it was really, really hard to do. And if I thought that I was going to be the only person, I may not have done it. I probably would not have thought myself worthy of pursuing this for just myself. However, when I heard that professor tell me that it was very unlikely that I would have been the only person, I felt like I had to do something for others. I have no way of knowing if there's somebody else. I'm being asked if there are other victims. I don't know. I don't know. I may not ever know. I have no idea. I will not surmise if there are or not. All I know is about myself and what happened to me. Like I said, it was a very difficult decision for me to make. And I still am struggling with it now. I have more than once asked myself since last Wednesday if I made the right decision. It is difficult for me to come to terms with the fact that I have made a decision and gone through with something that has affected somebody else's life to this degree. Because as strange as it might sound, like I said, I have forgiven him. And there is always going to be a part of me that cares about him. I always have, and I always will. And that might sound really weird and really strange and maybe even a bit fucked up to people. But I was young and very impressionable when I met Joshua. And that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. And it's going to be a bit twisted. And that's just something that I'm going to have to deal with. And it's complicated.
I was just going to say you done the right thing, because at least justice has been seen to have been done, and at least for 3 years there's going to be no other victims. Again, I don't know like anyone else. Nobody knows if there has been other victims. This is, we just surmise this day and night. We just never know. But the fact of the matter is there won't be any victims for the next 3 years, and hopefully never again. So you'd certainly done the right thing.
Thank you. I did see a question about if I'm going to get a PhD. Right now, I'm not planning on it. I do have a bachelor's degree in psychology and in criminal justice and a master's degree in forensic psychology. And I work very closely with federal law enforcement right now. I may or may not go get a PhD. I don't know.
Remember, guys, if you have any question, please put it in the capital letter. I'll appreciate it. No, no asking questions. What happened in the court and things, obviously, because it's irrelevant. I have a question for you, Story.
Uh-huh.
What is it going to be from here? Obviously, I could sense that that trauma still, and I do hope and pray that you will get over it. However, I don't think that nobody like in your situation would actually be able to get over. I understand that you said that you have forgiven him. However, what do you think? What do you think is going to be from here for you?
Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to move on with my life. I didn't get exactly what I wanted from the court system, but I got something. now I just have to try to move on. This whole thing with YouTube and the back and forth that's going on, it's putting me down a bit of a rabbit hole that is not positive for me. It's not taking me in a good direction. It's re-victimizing me in a lot of ways. So I think after this, I'm probably going to have to take a step out of it. I expect that there's going to be backlash from me stepping forward. Probably a lot of backlash from me stepping forward. I expect that Josh is going to be extremely pissed off about the fact that I have said something, and that's fine. But I don't really want to be around for the fallout. He can't contact me. There's no contact order. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be something said. I have a life that I need to live. And I don't want this to consume any more of my life. It's been consuming my life for almost 20 years now. I can't let it keep doing that to me. I just can't. I need to start really healing, especially since it's gone through the justice system, and I can't I can't go any further with the justice system. I can't do anything in civil court because there is a statute of limitations in civil court. So I've gone as far as I can go with that. I feel like if I were to jump into this, it would just be damaging further to me. So I think what would be best for me is to try to close the book, and do my best to move forward and heal, find my relationship with God again. I know I had mentioned that I've gotten divorced recently. Well, I have a new relationship, and I want to focus on that, focus on my relationship with God, and on healing.
Amen. Shira has she been informed by the court about the procedure going forward for the registry in California? Probably not, but would you like to address this?
That has nothing to do with me. He's responsible for it, and if he doesn't do it, then he's the one who pays the consequences.
Right. Brett said, "How do I join? I can share the join link soon after. However, it seems that someone has deleted your comment, Brett. I don't know who did. Please do not remove any comments or block anyone, because I gotta give him the mod then." So I don't know why your comment has been deleted, Brett. So I just gave you the mod. I hope that it's okay, so that your opinion or your comment will be removed. So please do not block anyone. Do not remove any comments, unless obviously he or she is so to say trolling, or just impersonating other people and stuff. So any other question out there, bro Bill, missed?
No, the question. No. I think most of it is obviously, genuine, heartfelt sincere sympathies and even obviously praises in regard to courage and the like. I'll put a comment, and I think, you know, I think it's right to do this now. You know, I think all that has been done has been done. This person has been exposed to the hill, and now it is literally mark and avoid time.
Mm-hmm.
Literally mark and avoid. You know, like he doesn't exist, and I think that's probably the best way to go, because it's never going to be resolved. It really isn't. You know, we know the facts. The facts stand alone, and that should be it. If people want to continue searing their consciences further, that's up to them. Let them get on with it. It's no longer, you know, our charge and duty. You know, it really isn't. So, time to wash your hands and shake
Yeah.
the defeat.
Right.
Well, at the end of the day, I know the truth. Joshua knows the truth, and God knows the truth. And when Judgment Day comes, he is going to have to face up to what he did. So he can lie all he wants. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And I am going to have to let it go if what he wants to do is lie. I have told the truth, and I've done nothing but tell the truth. I have not lied. I have no reason to lie. Like I said, I I know who Joshua is. I don't know if Joshua is Smokey. I don't know if Smokey is Joshua. I don't really care at the end of the day. I have nothing to do with it. The only reason I'm here is because my case is being drug out, and I felt like I needed to say something about it.
Right. And I really appreciate you coming out, obviously, and also I appreciate most of the people who are listening right now that they are not going into detail, or they're not actually being, prying upon anything that is irrelevant, obviously. So I appreciate that too. Um, the That is good, Thick. What can I do to help further? I noticed that you are talking to Ryan. I don't trust him whatsoever, and the things that he has been doing on his channel is actually he has gotten information from my channel indirectly, and he thinks that he can wiggle himself in with the things that what has been doing, and Ryan has been doing that kind of atrocious, slimy, if I were to borrow Josh's terminology, very snaky way and I see that he was trying to do the same thing to you, Brad. So I say, watch out. Keep yourself away from Johnny Ryan. Let's see what else. Any other question? It seems like there's no other question.
I think the reason there ain't no more questions, I think, because all the truth is out, and it's simple as that. You know, it's been laid bare, and again, mark and avoid time. You know, we've done well marking, but avoiding, I think that is the next step. You know, I'm quite happy to avoid. You know, already marked, but yeah, let's really just avoid now. You know, because this it's settled. You know, anybody who's anybody within the body of Christ knows the truth has been spoken, and that's it. The line in the sand has been literally drawn, and that's it. Just let them get on with their own little cesspit over there. You know, we have actually got a lot much more important things to be doing, like preaching the gospel and, you know, caring for people and proclaiming Christ and Him crucified. We've got a lot more better things to be doing than going over that cesspit.
Right. Um, I don't know. Ryan just saying he was exposing Smokey. Well, here's the thing, Brett. Ryan is, I would say that he's opportunistic person who would seek discord among brethren over and over. He tried to do so between me and Bill. He tried to do so with Josh by him being buddy buddy with Smokey for a while, and he's been trying to do that with Tommy. So no, I'm not going to deal with anyone who is two-sided in such a way, being opportunistic, seeking discord among brethren whatsoever. Just because he's exposing Smokey doesn't mean that I'm going to be buddy buddy with him. In other words,
Well, yeah,
and also all the information that he has been providing is nothing but old news. He's
yeah.
been prying upon my channel and getting all the information and links from me, and obviously people think that he's the one exposing, so to say, but he's doing that to gain favor from you, Brett. I
Yeah.
hope they
Also,
understand.
there is one more question from Raw.
Yeah, I see
Okay.
that. Raw, or is it sex offenses?
If we need to get in touch with federal authorities in regards to online offices, could you recommend a phone number or how to go about? He's talking about online offenses. Like, I guess I don't know whether you're talking about bullying and harassing. Is this
Or
is
even
this what
grooming. It could be grooming. You could be referring to
Yeah,
grooming.
I need to know what kind of offenses.
right? So Cheryl goes, so that is it. No opportunistic parasites. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You put it very well. The Sims are still over there protecting the criminal. Well, I mean, that will be what they'll be. Doesn't matter,
Yeah, we ain't going to change it, I'm afraid.
Yeah. This,
I'll be right back.
this.
Give me just a second.
Oh yeah. So I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Like I think Rob mentioned that a little bit. The reprobates, man. They're what they are. I mean, how? What else? How else can we explain that? So
Exactly, you can't. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. You can't help them. You can't help them. And like I said, everything that could be done has been done. Literally.
Right.
And if anyone wants, I know.
All right, I'm back.
That's right. I know a couple of people have come out from among that group, which is
All right.
good.
Raw, give me just a second. Okay, Raw, if it was online sex offenses, I have the phone number for you. It's 1-800-843-5678. That's 1-800-843-5678. And that's actually a number to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And they will get you in touch with who you need to talk to.
Is Sam still there? I reckon Sam's going.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted. I was talking, man. It's like,
right, yeah, I done that earlier. I literally done that earlier.
I was talking. I'm like, why isn't everyone it's so quiet? So, yeah, I was typing and stuff, and I tapped the same number, but I noticed Cheryl. I'm like, oh, she take the same number, and I was asking question. Oh, is that the same number that I typed a while ago? 5678. It sounds very familiar, kind of thing. So, man, I gotta be old. Yeah, exactly. I muted myself.
um, Blaze, I don't know how we might be able to get in contact, but I might like to talk to you.
Hmm. Blaze wasn't a child per se. Obviously, when she was like 20 something when
Yeah.
she was victimized. But I mean, I you can clearly see the similar tactic that Josh has been doing. If you want to leave your email, Blaze, I don't know if you have any public email. Yeah, you can leave it here. You have a wrench, so there you go. You can communicate with with this email. Okay, so I'm sure you can write that down, Satori. What is this? Josh and Will Kincaid told Wileton to go kill herself. Why? I mean, that wouldn't surprise me from these, rapper bass. Obviously, I don't know why Christopher, aka Will, I don't know why he is just standing up for that pedo. I just don't understand that at all. I mean, I don't know how much money that Josh has been giving him, but certainly it's not even worth it. It's like he's selling off his soul or something. So how was it? How was the 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 okay? So you discovered me. You discovered my channel. How did you feel? Like I remember, like when you the first day when you sent me an email, I thought you were trolling. In other words, like I thought you were someone else. You
Me?
know, yeah, I thought that someone else was pretending to be the victim, and how so how did you feel? How did you feel that these things were going on for a while on YouTube, at least? Because I've been on his case for at least about 8 months or so, because I immediately knew that this guy was lying through his, like, filthy mouth. But when you come to find out about this channel, what did you think?
Um, I didn't know what to think.
Well,
uh,
obviously,
um, I honestly don't even remember. I just remember feeling very panicked.
hmm. What when you like, um, I don't know. So you are searching on YouTube, or were you searching on
No,
just on Google, or?
I just
on-
Googled his name and I saw a YouTube video that just had his face.
His face. I see.
And
Because, like, a lot of people at that time said that I'm photoshopping his face, and and that's not him, blah blah blah. But
no, I saw his face and I was so I was looking for a picture of him actually. I was googling to look for a picture and I saw a YouTube video come up and I was like, "Why is there a YouTube video of his face?" And I clicked it and started watching it. I was like, "What in the world is this?" And I was very confused and kind of panicked because
mm,
I didn't understand why there was something about my case on YouTube.
right, right,
Uh, and it really freaked me out, which is why I asked how I could get contact with you because I wanted to know why the
right,
hell my case was on YouTube.
right. I mean, at that time, nobody was talking about your case because, like, there wasn't a trial or anything like that. Obviously, there was
Right,
simply
but to me, it was
right.
not
Yeah,
my case because
right, right. Your case, right? Exactly. Yeah, and there was nothing but the so-called charges against him that was made. Uh, like the moment when he was arrested. So that was indecent liberty with a child, and also
it was
statutory rape. Yeah.
yes. But I knew that there is a case in process. So to me, when I saw that, I was like, why is my case being talked about?
Well, you should be glad now that it's been talked about, because I mean, I know that you got to relieve that the trauma and all that, but there had been so many people who have been traumatized by his just atrocious reviling crap
Yeah,
here on
and
YouTube.
again, uh, I'll get back to the point I made earlier. I'm so glad that this truth is outed, because there are other, uh, uh, you know, older people than yourself, obviously coming out and are expressing being abused. Maybe not in that way, but are mentally, emotionally abused. These people might not have come out and said that
Well,
if it
look,
wasn't
if nothing else, um,
exactly.
it's important to me for survivors to know. Um, I'm not talking about survivors of Joshua, but survivors in general to know that there are no statutes of limitations on child sex crimes and that you can do something about it. So, for anybody who might be listening, who has been a victim of this type of crime, you can do something about it. Um, you can. Uh, there are resources. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. You can Google it. You can make a report on their website. You can call them. They're wonderful. Um, they are trained to take these types of reports. Um, it doesn't matter if it was somebody that you knew, if it was online, if it was family. Um, if it was a babysitter, it doesn't matter. You can do something about it. Um, you it doesn't matter if you were 7, if you were 3, if you were 13. It doesn't matter if it was 20 years ago, if it was 30 years ago, if it was 7 years ago. There's no statute of limitations. So if you or a victim, if you experience this, if you know somebody who was a victim, contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and do something about it. You deserve justice. And um, and you can do something about it. It took me much too long before I did something because I didn't know that I could. Um, I wish that I had known sooner. I would have done something sooner if I knew that I could.
Awesome. Just another a little bit of announcement, please. That let other people have their say, um, including any kind of trolling comments. I understand that some people are being timed out for joking around, and I think because that obviously is it's not a joking matter. So if you can actually reserve yourself from any kind of joking around. However, as for mods, please let others speak, and and oh, by the way, Aris, I don't know if you're still listening. I just given you the mod also, so yeah, let's take it a little bit seriously, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I understand that, Janet. Um, but I read what Aris has said, and I don't think he was talking about Satori. But if he did, then you're gonna have to watch your mouth, Aries. But yeah, so when you do say something, try to kind of rethink a little bit.
Thank you, Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan. Let's see.
I'm just
Answer
going to
final.
mention as well,
Mm-hmm.
Sam. You know,
Yeah.
we've got obviously Blaze in here, and she's obviously a victim of mental, psychological, and emotional abuse.
All right.
Even Mary Titus is in here now, and she's been emotionally abused to the hilt the last few days. So even on that level, you know, I believe good will come from. I know it's been hard for you to come out and do what you're doing, but on that level, I think it will do good. God will make right the wrongs that were done. I really believe that.
Amen. There's always a reason for certain things, and if there's any kind of test, it's not something that we should be fear, nor anything that we will not be able to overcome. When a test is given, obviously that is to further our faith. So I guess God loves you a lot, Satori, and He wants you to have strong faith, even stronger to come. It seems like, yeah.
Thank you.
The any other question, please, guys? If you want to address any question, please write it in capital letters. Mary is here. M- Uh, Mary Titus, I'm here just listening. I heard about you being victimized again. Not just that ridiculous casting spell, prayer, whatever. Yeah, I knew that sort of things would happen. So yeah, please be careful that others respect the victim's influence. She said, if you did not hear her. God bless you. Okay, amen. Yeah. Obviously, whatever the information that was going on in the courthouse has nothing to do with what we are talking about anyway. The the court thing is done, right? I mean, he pled guilty already. That's it. His name is on the registry. A lot of people think that all pedos would be heading to prison, but not all. In fact, like most of them will not end up there. However, their names definitely will be on the registry, and once the name is on the registry, obviously that's it.
I will also go on the record and say, indecent liberties with a child is a charge that can cover a lot of different things. That gives a lot of room for hiding behind a lot of different lies about what took place. Sex occurred. A lot of different things occurred. It wasn't just sexting. It wasn't just one thing that happened one time. So a plea deal was made so that chart. There were a lot of factors that went into doing a plea deal. One of them was so that we wouldn't have to go to trial. so that I wouldn't have to go through trial. That was one of the factors. So take that for what you will, but you've heard it from me.
I don't think that there's a reason why he hired quite expensive female lawyer. You know.
Oh yeah, she was one of the most expensive lawyers that you could get in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. And female also. So I mean, obviously he doesn't want to have any prison time, and just like what you have explained, Satori, that covers a lot. But the point here is not just sexting. Okay, it's not just sexting, which Josh has been saying. You know, so I mean, here's the thing, guys. I mean, for me, at the first, in the beginning, I would, be willing to listen to Josh. However, as the time progressed, I mean, he's nothing but a liar. Lies after lies. Every time he come across with certain things, he cannot man up nor own up. He was just, making up yet another lie and more. Just like even when he was saying the victim was 15 and 11-month old, just like when he was saying that, they were in some sort of relationship, love relationship to be married. But as you have heard from here, it was nothing but infatuation towards, uh, obviously, older man at that time, and having no sense as a child, he took that basically opportunity, and a lot of things happened. You know, not just sexting, so to say. So we are dealing with a very deviant person, a person who would do such a thing in the first place to a child. And in fact, he would actually even defiant about it and making up more lies, you know.
I
And
am sure at some point if indeed the smoky person is Josh, I don't know. Um, they're going to say that I'm not who I am. And you know what? If that's what they want to do, they can do that. Um, I can tell you that I stood in that courtroom and I read my victim impact statement, and he heard the effect that he had on my life for doing this. He knows. Um, he can lie about it all he wants. I have done what was right. I have done what was just. I have lived my life in integrity. And I can look myself in the mirror and see a good person. And a liar cannot say the same. So if someone wants to claim that I'm not who I am, that I am a liar, then they can do that. But when I meet my maker, I'm going to do so with a clear conscience and with no black marks on my heart.
I mean, I just want to read. I know I posted. I just thought it was poignant. This verse in Isaiah. That's Isaiah 42:3. And it says, a bruised reed shall you not break, and the smoke and flax shall you not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. And I just thought that's poignant, because we're seeing truth and judgment being known here today. And obviously, anyone who's a victim of anything, abused by others, are a bruised reed. They are a smoke and flax. They are the victims. But God, He's not going to suffer them to be quenched and their truth and their light to be put out. He will see truth and he will see judgment.
Amen. Lies after. Who's the father of all lie? Who's the father of all lies?
Well, Satan, that one is.
And guess what? His minions, like Josh, will do the same thing.
Absolutely. But truth will, again, honestly, I'm convinced in heart and conscience that truth will out. It really
of
will.
course.
It
Always.
Will. Yeah. And again, it is thanks, again, because of the bravery here that we're seeing manifest today.
Yeah.
That's how the truth comes out.
You are guilty of nothing. Well, obviously. I mean, this common thing that we find that the victim, actually, they kind of like hide away in a way, but not in this case. I really give it to Satori. It's just standing up against what is quite false, and also encouraging other people out there to stand up. Exactly, Janet. We have your back.
Thank you.
What's going on with Ryan? Ryan claims I tried to get him to self-harm with my little Mimi videos. Who cares about Ryan? That guy has been like trying to take advantage of anything, any opportunity that he can come across with.
Well, that's what he is. He's an opportunist. That's why he isn't worth his
Jace, it's been already presented that Satori was able to confirm that all the images that I've shown her is Joshua. Since he doesn't, I'm sorry, since she doesn't know how Smokey looks like, but when the picture was shown, that very image that him denying now, Satori was able to confirm that is Josh, aka that Smokey's image, Smokey's picture.
So the video you're referring to, Jace, the
Jesse Lee Peterson.
Yeah, is that the religious show video?
Yeah, it's Jesse Lee Peterson. Many of us consider him as a cult, but his cookie and the things that he says. But Josh went on his show one day and had a conversation with him, and he was quite prideful of such interview, and he was sharing the link with others, and that's one of the reasons why how other people found out about how he looked like. But one way or the other, later on he denied denied that person being him. So I don't know why he would deny it. Uh, and then he changed his name to Carl. I'm like, oh, whatever. I mean, I found out it came to it came out that I guess he was shameful of his weight gain. I guess whatever that happened after Mecklenburg, he gained a lot of weight, and then he lost weight
He
about
was
100
always kind
pounds.
of big.
I'm sorry, what?
He was kind of big when I met him.
Oh yeah, he's a big guy. 6'3" and
I believe
probably
it's
like
just
pretty
4.
6'4", yeah, 6'4", 6'3", yeah, big person. For example, like this, like here, I made a little kind of. I put the glasses on on the mug picture. You gotta pardon me. I know that he has really crooked, bad teeth, but I had to put smile and nice teeth there. Uh, the picture was on the mug picture when he got arrested. The one in the middle is when he's was on Jesse Lee Peterson show, and the one on the right, obviously, is just how he came on when he when I was on camera for a while,
Cheryl,
very briefly.
when I met him, he was in college. I'm not going to say where in college because I think I probably shouldn't. Um, but yeah, he was in college.
Are you sure that he was in college?
He didn't graduate.
Oh yeah, that's the point. Unfortunately, yeah. You high school dropout? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Can she tell us? Was he in seminar when she knew him? If she wants to answer or not. So, was it a seminary, some kind of seminar, so-called
Seminary?
college?
No.
Oh, okay. Just regular college?
It was not a seminary.
Hmm. Oh, by the way, the link has been already provided. I think I don't know if it is on this video. I hope it is. Uh, you will be able to find the interview with Jesse Lee Peterson uh, and Sister Sunshine after that. So you can actually check out that the link, and
I don't know if he
that's
went to seminary, but it wasn't when I knew him.
mhm. Whatever. The point is that he never graduated. Yeah,
He did not
he's
graduate from the
lying.
school he was going to when I met him.
He's lying about going to seminary school. I think I would yeah, I would agree with you, PMR. I mean, I at this point, I wouldn't even believe him, even if he says the sky is blue. So, all those lies and things that he has said, not against the victim, not only that, but also against all other people. You know,
I've seen the Sister Sunshine clip, and it looks like him. He's got a hat pulled down over his head.
right? Yeah, I mean, it clearly says the Smoky Saint, obviously, with a hat. But there's at least a couple of times that he was looking up. You can obviously see that that's Josh. What subject was he studying? Do you remember
Um,
when he was in college, so to say?
yes, he was going to a specific school that I don't want to disclose
Right,
because I
right,
think it would give
right.
away
But
too much detail
do you know
about.
what his major was? You don't have to disclose the school name, but do you know what the subject, the major, he was actually
I don't
studying?
remember. It was a long time ago. It was
No,
like
probably not.
2003, 2004.
Right, and I don't think that you would really care at
So
that time. Probably don't know about what major there are in the college and such. Well, guys, Ask away, because I'm sure, Satori, there are things that we will disclose or not disclose. However, we have nothing to hide. I'm not making things up. Obviously, Story is not making things up. There's no reason for her to make up. So, yeah. Of course, of course you won't. It's disgusting. I mean, every time he's on YouTube, he's just reviling against others. You know, lying against other people. So, wish Rob was here. Um, why, Cheryl?
I have no intention of going to his channel because I'm sure all he's going to do is badmouth me.
Well, I mean, there's no reason for you to go. Now, if he is going to come to you and do whatever, then obviously that's a violation.
Oh no! If he comes to me, he'll go to jail. He won't do that.
Right. Obviously. Let's see. Praise. Did you see my question, Thick Shades? I don't know. I don't think I have. What is your question? Yeah, I've been focusing on the conversation, and I wasn't able to focus on the question. Sorry.
Yes, Rob.
Can you ask again?
Voice. I've heard Smokey Saint's voice.
I'm sorry?
I was answering a question.
Oh. Voice? Yeah. I don't know if you have actually caught the beginning of the show that Satori actually confirmed. Yeah, I mean, Brother Ra, I mean, yeah.
Smokey Saint and Joshua sound like the same person. But that being said, I am not going to say that I think they're the same person. I don't know if Smokey and Joshua are the same person. I am going to choose not to answer that question specifically. I will say that it was for some period of time. However, this took place between when I was 13, 14.
Mm-hmm. But for sure, the picture, there's no denial, obviously. And here's the thing, guys, right? Smokey, aka Josh, I have no doubt in my mind, Smokey never been on camera except one time. Okay? And that when he was on camera, and the image, when it was shown to Satori, she confirmed that is Joshua. So I'm going to put it at that's it. I mean, that for me, that's confirmation exactly where that is.
Cutter,
I mean, obviously,
I need to keep saying it. I need to protect myself. I do
right,
need to keep saying it.
exactly. So obviously, that's all I need to hear. It- what more can you actually ask for? I'm not going to say like, yeah, therefore, blah blah blah. No, man. So here's the thing, right? Josh can just simply clear things away by just being on camera. You know, at least 5 minutes or whatever, or 10 minutes live, whatever. You just sent the question again. Are you sending it to my email? Praise. What question are you talking about? I haven't seen any question. Have you guys seen any question from Praise, Tommy?
No, there's one or two things happening. One, it's been censored by Google's, or two, he's sent it somewhere else. but I think he's probably talking about on here, and whatever word he's using in there, Google doesn't like for some reason.
Oh, you know what, Praise? You probably had me blocked or something then. Again. Oh, now I see the. Okay, is she aware of any connection with California regarding Josh? Well, I'm sure she knows. Uh, do you know about whatever the connection with, like, for example, his job, whatever, you know, about this Josh person?
Uh, Joshua was living in California at the time that I met him. I was living in North Carolina.
Okay, so definitely, Josh at the time wasn't living in North Carolina, but California, right?
He was living in California, correct? I was living in
Okay,
North Carolina.
right.
The relationship started online. He flew to North Carolina to see me, had sex with me, flew back to California. The court happened in North Carolina because sex happened in North Carolina, and because that's where I was living, and I was a minor.
Okay, I hope that answered your question, Tommy. Do you are you aware of? I mean, at least, like, do you know what he did or has been doing in California, like as a job or as his work?
I'm gonna respect his privacy with that answer.
Okay, and I would figure that you know about that. Well, I'll
Yeah,
tell you straight up
I'm
though.
gonna respect his privacy.
Yeah, and I'm sure Tommy knows, right? So you know, like even like for example, that phone number where he provided that phone number. Okay, that 464 number, right? 760-464, whatever, I think. So there you go, Tommy. I hope that answered your question. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for the answer, Satori. Again, if you wanna yeah, ask any question, please. Write in capital letter.
Praise, if that's what you want to divulge, and it didn't come from me. He was getting that license when we were talking.
So there you go, Tommy.
I think
And I'm sure that in your mind, I'm sure you are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Okay, Tommy, that Josh is a Smokey. All right, you should be man up right now, Tommy. You know what happened, and that phone number was provided,
Night, Teresa.
for his work, right, Tommy? And you know that phone number was provided for the debates. And you know now that phone number was registered under his own name, not cousin, not some dead relative. And you know there's no other guy named Carl in his I'm sorry, in his family, right? So you're gonna have I hope that you can stand up, man. Ugh.
so. I'm saying good night to the wife online and here at the same time. Sorry.
Good night, Trace. Thank you for coming by. I hope that you can give Bill a little break because this is quite important to me at least, and it's been like long journey, it seems, but now we are finally getting to fruition, to fruit. Hopefully, truth will reveal and prevail. A lot of these liars like Josh, they'll constantly like, and you know what? They will believe, they will just swallow whatever that Josh would tell them. That's a cult mentality. That's a cult mentality, and they're in such denial that Josh is not the same person or Josh is not a pedo, blah blah blah. But I mean, well, how am I supposed to do it? Am I going to drag them, grab by their hair or whatever, you know? So PMAR goes, Sam, can we stop talking about smoking after this stream? Yeah, sure, of course. But here's the problem, PMARs. I have actually addressed this. I'm not for lies. I'm not for something that is not true, right? So as long as Josh keeps up his lies after lies, he's gonna have to be called out. I mean, it's just simple as that, right? You know. So if okay, check this out, man. How all these problems came about? If Josh didn't do all this, if Josh didn't let's say revile against other people, create a victim after victims, none of this would have happened, right? So as long as he keep continuing to do what he has been doing, it's going to be called out. You know, I mean, it's not in my blood to ignore evil. Sam, your English is good. I would say better than Bill's.
Aye,
Just kidding.
mine's proper English. Mine's Essex.
Yeah, dang, Essex. Oh boy. And of course, SS said something to mock it today. He is so desperate for anything against us to attention off of him. Why you false accuse? Hey, here's the thing, Janet. I'm 55, right? Going on 56, OMG. But imagine what kind of things that I have heard all throughout my life. Okay, so I'm one tough cookie. I'm one tough cookie. I mean, that's why even guys like Convoy, aka Jill, he would say that, oh, Wuhan this. I don't know why he has so many things against Asians, and I don't know why he must be so racial towards Asian people, saying like I'm a Korean. Well, why would he misrepresent me, saying that I'm some sort of Chinese or Wuhan, whatever crap? I know there this Asian hate going on among a lot of black people, but it's just I don't know why. What the heck, No wonder he's just been swallowing Kool-Aid, just like what's his name, Mark, that Japanese wannabe. hmm I'm like Stillman. I'm like tofu, especially around my my buttocks area. What more proof do you need? Well, no, no. It's been out there. It's already been settled. The conviction has been taken place already. But was to be taken now seriously is like whatever false, right? Whatever false. I'm not for what's false out there. Eddie Dune, Thick Shades, yay! What's up? Hopefully, at least some of the people that have been brown nosing, smoking, and making the rest of us out to be bad guys or taking issues with him and pull their hairs out of their back after this. Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's the they ain't got a seared conscience, that is.
Yeah.
Well, some have.
I mean, Christ did say the blind shall follow the blind. That kind of means they're going to be the blinds. They're going to be the blind who will follow the blind, right? But we know what will happen to them. So we are not going to go get each one of their head and hair, grab their hair and drag them to the truth. But guess what? They're going to fall into the ditch. That's why Christ say, let them be. Let them fall into the ditch. Right? So they're going to fall into the ditch. However, as as sons of God, we are actually here to, call them out, expose them, reprove and expose them. That's what it says in the scripture too. Because why? We are the light of this world. That's what the light, that's what the light does. I remember like Johnny Ryan saying that, oh, just Sam says he's God because he's saying that he's the light, totally dropping the light of the world. It's like, man, what is your problem, man? That's what Jesus said, that you are the light of the world, and that you're going to shine upon these wicked ones, and then they're going to be reproved. And that's what salt does. You know, that's what the salt does. So, what do you think, bro? Should we open up the room, or what do you think, Satori? Uh, should we open up the room and have others come in and have their say? Or I don't know if many people will come in at all, but what do you think?
That's fine with me.
Okay, let me just share the link.
I
That
was just going to say, I think I don't want to speak for Sistori, but maybe I think enough questions have been asked.
all right. The questions are done. Question Q&A session is done. There's a join link. If you want to come by and add your opinion or whatever, you're more than welcome. Uh, Mary says, I just want to say to Story, I know the effects these crimes can have, and I hope you will be well.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, amen. I'm going to give you a mod to Mary. I know that you've been through a lot, especially the quantum effect or whatever, and I know you've been suffering. If you have any questions, we can talk about it too, but there's nothing to fear about that. And how Josh was like, quote unquote, praying, pray now, that kind of thing, that kind of pretentious things, I know that you've been so called fall into another victim of Josh. So yeah, come on in if anyone wanna like chat. Oh, you are in Scotland, so I'm sure it'll be easier for you to get with them. Obviously,
Well, certainly easier than come and visit you, Sam. Put it that way.
now after what Johnny Ryan
I
said,
know, I know.
I'm not going to say like come to Korea.
Yeah, no. That'll have to be the other end. Now you're going to have to come and visit me, so they can at least say that I'm.
Wait a minute, you're saying that to have sexual, homosexual?
Yeah. No, unlike him. No, I'm just saying that so you can have a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna after beer, you're gonna take advantage of me.
Oh boy, he ain't right in the head, that one. I tell you.
No. I'll come in if you give me a minute. Yeah, sure. Well, did you're more than welcome. Love, love to have you here. Definitely. Not only in different quantum realm, but also in other side of the world. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, seriously, um, I did tell my girlfriend that I'm going to take a break today, but right after I said good morning to her, Satori and I had an email exchange, and yeah, I had to put this up like in a hurry. And then I wasn't able to tell her that I'm going to have a hang, but I can see I would think that she's mad or something. But hey, I gotta say this is important.
Oh, yeah. I'm even on overtime tonight. I tell you, that's how important it is.
Yeah, Gotta be.
20 to 2 in the morning over here in England.
Yeah.
And I even had a beer. I'm not even had a beer today.
Yeah, just lemon tea.
Yeah, well, just lemon, yeah. I won't drink any more because the only problem with too much lemon water that makes you go wee-wees almost as much as beer. Yeah. And I don't want to be up all night going for a wee, especially at my age, Sam.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, you're younger than me, so I know.
Yeah, I know. But I'm starting to understand is what I'm saying.
Right. Hey, Wild Eden, how are you? Welcome.
Hello, folks. Hi, Satori.
Hello.
Delighted to meet you. I wish you all the best. You're an extremely brave lady.
Thank you.
It's an honor to speak to you, Satori.
Oh, thank you.
I've come to love the people in this community.
Yeah, we're the pariahs, apparently.
We're the demons.
Yeah, we're the demons. Oh, dear me. But never mind, eh? Never mind.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting you and Teresa one day. We'll have to get that arranged.
Yeah, because I've still got living relatives in Scotland. I have.
Yeah.
In Stirling and Glenfarg and Tillicootra. I don't know if you know them areas.
Yeah, they sound familiar.
Yeah.
That's up in Aberdeenshire.
All right, so you're a bit higher up, aren't you? Are you Aberdeenshire?
I'm on the coast between Aberdeen and Edinburgh.
Oh, in between them both.
Yeah, I'm on the coast.
All
Dundee.
Right. All right.
Bonnie Dundee.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Wallace's Monument?
I'm not sure if I have actually.
Well, it's on top of a little mound.
You've put me on the spot.
Yeah, and it's a big, tall, thin monument. Yeah, I went up there, and that was the first time, because when I was a youngster, I used to like heights, and obviously grew up of going up big high things, and didn't go up high things for a long time, and that was that moment when on the top of Wallace's Monument that I discovered I was actually scared of heights. That's tall.
That's the one is that the one in Edinburgh?
Stirling.
Stirling, of course. Yeah, sorry, you caught me out. My history's terrible.
All right. Because I'm a half-breed, so, I obviously had to...
Half-breed.
I had to learn all these things about Scotland and stuff, and probably tall tales as well, because my mum's Scottish, so... Yeah, that's very...
It's nothing like a Scottish mum.
Yeah, exactly. So technically, like I said, I'm technically I'm British.
Yeah, I see myself British first, Scottish second.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, and I don't know why the Scots, not you, but a lot of Scots ran on about independence. When you think history, it was the Scottish king that united us, James. And you think, wait, what? It was your king that united us. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. I voted against separation. I wanted to stay with England. I don't see the point of
it's not.
Putting up more barriers when we should be a united kingdom. Yeah, exactly.
So many family, obviously mine included, and historical ties. It'd be divisive, and it's almost sectarian, I think.
Yeah. The Scots can be very fiercely nationalistic.
Yeah. But I think it's worked for so many years. Like, I'm a patriotic Englishman, and I'm British,
of course.
And same with Scottish. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my thinking's the same.
Yeah, and like I said, I could even go further. I'm patriotic Essex.
Yeah, the only way is Essex.
The only way is Essex. Oh dear.
It's getting late for us, isn't it,
It
Bill?
is. It's very late. Yeah. The sun will be up soon.
The sun will be up soon.
Not quite that late, but yeah. I have actually
Sorry,
done that.
I don't mean to hijack the panel or anything. I
That's
just
fine.
wanted to say how much I appreciated Satori
Oh, thank you.
talking to us.
Well, thank you very much. It was
You're
not
welcome.
easy. It was not
No,
easy
I'm sure.
decision to come out and speak, but I thought that that it would be the right thing to do.
Yeah,
It must be exhausting as well, emotionally exhausting, talking about it all again.
It has been. It's been extremely exhausting and a bit traumatic. To be honest with you, it's been bringing a lot of stuff back up.
I'm sorry about that. What are you going to do after this? Have you got something nice to do?
Well,
You're off.
my boyfriend is deployed in the Middle East, and he's going to be getting up in like 2 hours or so. So, waiting for him to get up so I can talk to him.
Great, something to look forward to. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need. Just look forward, enjoy life, and embrace the support that's available to you.
Yeah. So I'll play something on the computer a little bit and wait for him to get up, and that's something to look forward to. And I've got some kitties for cuddles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's always important. Yeah. I had so many, it was embarrassing. No, I had six kids. I reckon, because Lizzie was the last one born, and she was breech, and that was emergency cesarean. And if that was a smooth birth, I reckon we would have probably had a couple more. But after that, that was a bad breech birth, and that was real dangerous. Emergency cesarean. I thought, no, we ain't taking more chances now.
Yeah.
But yeah. The thing is, when you hit, I suppose the point when you hit 4 kids, it doesn't matter after that. Because some people say, "Oh, I've got 4 kids. How am I going to cope with 5?" Well, when you hit 4, anything after that, it kind of doesn't matter, because you usually get your firstborn. By the time you get to 5 and 6 and that lot, they're almost old enough to they are, to give you a hand, which is helpful. So I think, yeah, that's probably what they done years ago when they used to have 12, 13 kids.
Yeah. Well, they still do round about where I live.
All right. It makes sense, even practically.
Yeah, you can raise your own football team up here. Sorry, soccer for our American friends.
Yeah. Have you got many little ones, Satori?
I don't have any yet.
All right.
One day, I hope.
All right. Yeah. They're mostly all right. Mostly. But mine's all grown up now. So.
Mostly okay.
Yeah, mostly. They have their moments.
Yeah. I mean, especially these days, bro. I have 2 daughters, and it's just, oh man, I don't know. They're doing fine so far, but
yeah. Spare thought for me. 4. I had 4. 4 daughters, 2 sons. So yeah, I keep you busy.
Oh, Sam, I wanted to apologise for you. I did delete Brett Keane's comments. I did have a bad experience with him in the
Oh, with
past.
Brad? Well, a lot of people have bad experience with him.
So I'll leave it at that. I don't want to aggravate the man because I think he can be dangerous.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I
know what-
apologise for that.
Oh, no problem.
I don't normally delete comments, but I was worried he was going to join the stream.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I mean, he could join the stream. Obviously, I guess he's not watching it now because he's not coming in. But yeah, I mean, he will have his own things to deal with. But
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. But I as I have said, I gave him fair warning about Johnny Ryan. I hope that he can actually listen, because that boy is nothing but trouble. I would equate almost to like Josh, bad news.
Gosh, what interesting times, indeed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, bro, Bill. Yeah. I know
Oh,
why
well,
he's in there. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that's quite obvious. That's why I'm saying opportunistic, And I mean, unless he can actually learn that lesson, people will see through, right through them. The same thing with Johnny Ryan,
Intents and thoughts of the heart, reasoning out.
Right. Gonna have to deal with it. He's gonna have to deal with it.
What am I doing? What are we doing there?
11 and 12.
Wow.
That's a lot of blessings.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it is actually a blessing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ro, I got blocked from Smokey's channel today also. I saw you there.
Me?
I was good.
I was
No,
not
sorry,
there
I was
at all.
talking to Ro. Sorry, I was talking to
Oh,
Ro.
Ra. Oh, Ra was there?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
He tried. I think he was deleted, but I was totally blocked.
Oh, okay.
That's my cat in the background wants to join in.
Welcome to club.
Her name's Twiglet.
Oh. Mine's
Wondering
Sir
what I'm doing up at this time. Sorry, Satori?
My cat's Sir Pouncelot.
Oh, lovely. Wonderful name. We all seem to be cat people here. We're in good company. So I've got to say good night, everyone, now.
Oh, you go to bed?
It's 2 a.m. It's coming up for 2 a.m. for us.
Right.
But thank you very much for allowing me on the panel, Sam.
Yeah, thank you for coming by, Wild.
Yeah,
and thanks again, Satori. Take care, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye for now.
Oh, he flip-flopped again? It's not all up there, I tell you. Bill is talking to me, I'm sure. There's a guy who flip-flopped quite a bit, and
yeah.
I don't know how many times, man. I stopped counting. We can count on. We can definitely count on him at flip-flop. So.
Yes, very inclined to whisperings.
Well, maybe he's just waiting for this hangout to be over or something. I don't know. Whatever. I did tell him to just like man up, but hey, it just, what can I say?
Oh yeah, I don't know what you can say.
Yeah, good night, Wiley. And thank you for coming by. Yeah, awesome.
There's no one coming in.
No, I mean, but I guess that's the way it is. But hey, speaking of which, welcome, Kevin. How are you?
Shalom, Sam. How are you, my friend?
Fantastic. Shalom, shalom. Your audio seems to be a little low. Let's see. Mic setting. I'm gonna raise your volume a little bit. Try it again, Kevin.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
very good. Raise your volume there a little bit. Yeah. What do you think, Kevin?
Uh, I think it's very clear that Mr. Joshua Marx-Herbel is in fact Smokey Saint, and the way he treats people is unexcusable, and the things he's done is unexcusable. And if he were to repent, if he truly repented and got saved, he would stop pretending to be something he's not. He would stop denying things he's done and own it like a man, ask forgiveness, and get saved, and I would embrace him as a brother. But yeah, the way he's conducting himself now, I'm not convinced he's a Christian, and he needs to repent and apologize to these people, um, and just get saved. I did a stream earlier today on the doctrine of Christ, and people like Josh, they don't trust that doctrine, and they're on their way to a place where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth, where there is no rest and the worm dies not. And I don't even desire someone like him to go there. I don't want anyone to perish. So Josh, if you see this, please repent and get saved, man.
Well, obviously you know, I wouldn't. I mean, whether one is a Christian or not, uh, you wouldn't possibly think about doing what Josh has been doing. Obviously, I mean, it's just I don't think even just regular pedos would be doing what he has been doing here. So definitely, I would say definitely he's not. Repeat, not a son of God. Obviously, no way.
I can say that, clarify that on his perverse doctrine alone, but let alone anything else.
And
Right,
Bill, the
right.
way that Josh has treated you is also unexcusable. That was disgusting. What the stuff he said to you.
Yeah,
Right.
he get his comeuppance.
The things that he has said to like almost everyone. Anything that anyone who would be, opposed to him or challenge him, yeah, he would be just doing the same thing over and over, reviling against others without even being able to define exegetical definition of reviling or reviler. But yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I say that he's doing this for for his religion, that is bohemian crap, uh, satanic temple crap. So yeah, I mean, I cannot imagine anyone would be going this far, for his lies. I just can't. And I'm, I can only say that he's just doing it for heck of it, uh, because like his, blind followers will believe him no matter what he tells them, they will believe him. Nothing but cult,
Yeah, any of us here, if we get out of line, um, and we lie about things we've done, that's not the way Christians conduct themselves at all. We confess and forsake our sins, and as the church, we're commanded to bear one another's burdens. A Christian doesn't operate in secrecy and things like that, like these people have been doing. If I've done something wrong or have wrongfully said something about someone, especially publicly or whatever, then I need to repent for that. And if I don't, I need to be brought before the church between the person that I've offended. And if I still refuse to repent, I'm brought before the entire church. And then if I still don't repent, I'm kicked out. That things are supposed to be handled in a manner. We're not supposed to be operating in secrecy like the world, like the cults and things like that. And this stuff is just unacceptable.
Well, yeah, and even generally, let's be honest, any sane Christian with all their faculties wouldn't even need to go to those extremities, because that they should have a conscience, and
Yeah.
Clearly, Joshy has no conscience, and that's why I don't joke when I say his conscience has been seared as with a hot iron.
Bill, what's that called? That mental condition?
Sociopath.
Yeah, like someone, even like, yeah, but they can still be saved. Like someone like David
yeah.
Wood, right? Like Acts 17 apologetics. He has no conscience, but God still saved him.
Yeah, because he still has a, because I believe people, even a sociopath, has got an inner conscience, if that makes sense. Because you have so many layers within your consciousness, and yes, God can save a sociopath. And there must be somewhere inside, deep down inside of the conscience that God can touch, and obviously touched, didn't it? Old Acts apologetics. But
yep,
but I think Josh has been seared. Again, I don't like to use the word reprobate out of term, but I will use the word reprobate in term, which is it's unrefined. It's not saved at the moment. It's just filled with filth and dross, and unless that is refined,
so
that's
I think, yeah, you're right. I think Graham would agree, because Graham thinks the reprobate doctrine is against the gospel, because it's implying there's a sin that Jesus didn't pay for. So I think the proper view to take is that anyone who isn't saved currently has a reprobate mind, but God hasn't gave them up to it because they can still be saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be praying for these people, and these are hard streams to watch, because it's such a disgusting thing that happened, and it's not easy to talk about these things, but it is something that needs to be addressed, right? Especially someone that's claiming to be a Christian. We have commandments in Scripture and how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. And he's not following those commands, yet claiming to be a Christian, but he doesn't hold to the Scripture. So we have to judge him as he's not a believer. And not to mention, he doesn't believe the gospel either. He'll argue and say he does, but when you show him and you call him out on it, he has a different gospel and a different Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why I said, even outside of all these reviling and most heinous things that he's done and doing, just listening to his soteriology and his disdain for grace, his disdain for the Bible, I believe, that alone is telling. It's gone quiet.
But yeah, Bill, would you be available to have like a private conversation sometime?
Yeah, I probably do. Well, I'm doing a stream tomorrow, which is obviously going to be earlier than this one started, and we can go, unless you want it private. How private do you want it?
Yeah, just talk to you, just you and me.
All right. Well, yeah, I can set one up. I can set one up. Well, what day is best for you?
I'm free every Monday and Tuesday. I mean, I can do it tomorrow too. I just my signal might be a bit poor.
Yeah. You say Monday and Tuesday you're free?
Yeah.
All right. We can go if you want. We can go Tuesday if you want.
Sure, sounds good, bro.
Yeah. I've got you on the Facebook, haven't I?
Yes, you do. Yeah, you can call me on Messenger if you want to. You can do that.
Yeah, and we can. Yeah, we're gonna. Well, yeah, and it's easy on Messenger, isn't it? Actually, I keep forgetting. I hardly ever use Facebook, to be honest.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I use it to promote streams. My stream, Sam's stream, anyone's stream that involved in. And then obviously I'll put my garden and stuff up as well. I'll put my garden and stuff.
All right. Well, Sam, take care of yourself, man. Be careful getting into this stuff because who knows that there might be legal things going on. I know you're in a different country, but I have no idea what this person could do.
Oh, Josh? What Josh?
Yeah, or his attorneys or whoever, you know. So just be careful what you say.
Oh yeah, of course. But the thing is, he's gonna have to whip out his ID. You know, whatever he gotta do.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
The thing is that this is all. This could be simply resolved if Josh or AKA Smokey be on camera. He doesn't have to whip out any ID. He just be on camera, have a lovely live hang for about an hour or so. That's it. You know what? Why would you go like all this difficult ways of like, I don't know, that's not me, blah blah blah. You are this, you are that. You know, it's silly. You know, the reason why he's not able to come up on camera, and doesn't the reason why he's not able to sue, so to say, or make charge to anyone, is because you're gonna have to be, you know, he's gonna have to show up himself.
And with that, yeah, I'll catch you guys later, Bill. I look forward to
All right,
talking to you, friend.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by, Kevin. God bless you.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Take care, fellas.
God bless, mate.
Hey, Bruce, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, your audio is kind of low. I don't know. Is it
Oh,
just me?
okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, well, boy, I came in and then he chased everybody off.
Dang it!
Yeah,
It's your shoes, man. It's your shoes.
yeah, I don't know. The pictures got it in the secondhand store. Found that.
Must be the athlete's food or something.
Yeah,
Smelling something funky there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was right next to a bottle of Destinex or something. And some old socks.
What do you think, Bruce? What do you think? Like, I know that you've been listening, obviously. So, what do you think about all this?
It's weird. You know, I mean, I've been just listening over like the guy going off, and I'm half tempted to make a video just goofing around, just but I don't know. I'm getting old, like I don't have any comedy left in me anymore. I'm getting old. No,
Right.
no, I mean, as mean and cruel as the guy's been, it's just amazing to cry victim. It's kind of, I was the guy, that I think was saying, the one night, I was having chest pain, and the guy says, well, victim card revoked, that kind of garbage, and I just go like, how in the world is he crying now? Like, what unbelievable, demons are attacking him, everything. I'm like, it's crazy. I mean, you treat people like garbage and emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever, you can expect that, unfortunately things are going to go bad, I guess,
Yeah, that's well, the things that we have been able to observe without bridging Josh to Smokey and vice versa. The things he has been doing. It's just, yeah. I mean, his behavior explains himself. I have said it a little earlier before, but all these things came about from him.
Yeah, I think people are going to have issues. They have spats, they have arguments, they have them in real life, probably more on YouTube, the internet. But in general, though, I mean, if that's the way you choose to live, just going around knocking people and making fun of them and laughing at them and enjoying when they're in pain emotionally and That's been a big thing I caught on. Maybe because I am an emotional person, to some degree. Well, okay, whatever. Anyhow, the thing is, though, if you get emotional, I always found them, pushing buttons. And then if you get emotional or upset or hurt, you do this particularly with women. You guys already know the story, but I always have to go off on it. What just got me, though, was eventually I began to realize that once he knew where to push the buttons on somebody, and usually it's just somewhere it hurts emotionally, just making fun and mocking people and calling them a whore or whatever, slut, whatever. Then he'd mock them for being emotional. And I just can't believe I've actually sat and watched this for like a year or more, Yeah. What a weird thing to do to people. Who in the world can sit and cry after that,
Only Satanists.
It's just weird. It's just very strange,
Yeah.
I mean, with us, you think about it at different times. We've had discussions and arguments and whatever, and usually, eventually, one of us say we're sorry or something or whatever. Like we've watched other people do it too. I mean, it's very rare to see somebody that can't at least say they're sorry, except he just feels they're cockroaches and rats and they deserve it. I guess.
Yeah.
Weird. Well, yeah, there's standing for truth. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a crazy thing, You can't cry victim when you're going around slapping people in the face all day. Oh, well, that's my rant.
That's your 2 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. It's all based on the behavior, though, that we've watched for a good period of time, and unfortunately, Satori, I am very sorry that what you've had to go through, and I'm sure this has been difficult too, recently. The whole ordeal.
Yeah, obviously, like there, especially like this, we gotta be careful in what we say and things, obviously. But insofar as I'm concerned, is the proof and evidence is all out there already.
Yeah, I've tried to purposely spend more time just complaining about his behavior to try not to. I think we know whatever we know. Regardless, so it still comes. I think for what most of us have, and everybody involved in his group of people, they all know how people were treated for the last year or two. They all know, and they took part in it. They enjoyed it. They thought it was funny. It's not funny to treat people like that.
No, of course not.
Well, look, what's important is that I have been here to talk about my case about what has been public record, and I have at no point said that Josh is Smokey or Smokey is Josh.
No,
and then you should. You can't because
Yeah.
You have not seen Smokey on picture. Who's like, for example, when like from his channel. I mean, that's obvious. If you say so, I mean, you would be lying.
Yeah, and I apologize because I purposely kind of go the other way. I look at predominantly just this guy that some people are viewing however we view it, right? I'm just trying to look at the guy in general as opposed to saying he's the guy. I'm just saying that
the thing is, as for me, is that remember the time when he came on camera once, denying that he's not Josh and stuff, and whatever the charges, the mugshot, that's not him, and he was disfiguring his face and cut off his beard and took off his glasses. Remember, like he came on camera And most of people and his followers even probably didn't even see. And I'm sure a story obviously didn't see that. But when I actually, well, let me look for it. Okay. So this is when he came on camera. Okay, so uh, that's him when he came on camera saying that is him, but he immediately removed that video. But insofar as I'm concerned, he's now confirmed that he is uh, this person right here, the same
Okay.
person.
I mean,
Well,
I'm not here to get involved in this. The only reason that I said that I'm here is because my case got dragged into this. And I am here to say that there is a victim associated with the case that has been brought out. And you guys are talking about Josh and Nathan Marx-Herbel. And I'm saying, hey, I'm the victim. And this is what happened in my case. And I have the right to talk about it. And
Of
I am
course,
talking about it.
right,
If Smokey is Josh, then Smokey is Josh. I'm not saying that he is. I'm not saying that he isn't. I'm
right,
talking about me.
right. You shouldn't too. You shouldn't either, actually. You know, but I can say it. I can say with clear conscience that Smokey is Josh and Josh is Smokey. For so many reasons, including the phone numbers, his address, his job, the place of residence, his height, weight, the date of birth, all 9 yards. Okay, I mean, unless that he claims that he has a doppelganger, perfect twin. Hey, but he does claim that his cousin or relative, which is not even doesn't even cut it because obviously there's no cousin or relative named Carl in the first place. Anyway, if his cousin's name is Josh, then what is your name? Your name is Carl. Well, okay. Well, there's nobody named Carl. Well, what's going on? Is so if to me is actually more than 100% that Josh is Smokey and Smokey is Josh. But for you, Satori, no, you don't have to say it. And if you say so, you're saying it based on certain information that is not reliable at this point for you.
hey,
Because
Sam.
And
Mhm.
I honestly, I don't care either. I don't care who Smokey is. It doesn't matter to me.
right,
I'm I'm not involved in this YouTube stuff. I came across it by accident. And I'm stepping out of it. I don't want to be involved in all of this mess. I really don't. It's just, you know, my case got pulled into this, and I'm trying to heal and I'm trying to move on, and I'm just doing what I can, and I'm telling the truth.
What would help? What would help you? You think to? I'm asking. Like what would help you to move to move on, and what? Or is it hard to know what to do exactly?
It's hard to know what to do. I just want it to stop. I know that it's not going to. I just want I really just want this part of my life to be done.
Well,
That's what I
I,
want.
I have a thought, and to be honest, on YouTube, you're correct, especially in this part of YouTube, it won't stop for you. And it's like I have a guy in the outside chat hassling me right now, right? Just something he just likes to do, right? And he has a wrench, so I can't get rid of him. And so I have a choice to either, say, like I was going to say something to Sam here, and it's either, eventually I will leave. But that's unfortunately the only way I can make it go away. Like in some situations, you know what I mean? Like you can't control it and make it go away. So sometimes you have to walk away. I don't know. I don't know. Is that kind of what you're saying in a way or thinking?
And
Yeah.
also when, yeah, I totally understand your story, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But for me, you got to respect me as well too, and that is that I will not stand for anything that is false or not true. And of course, that when when we are dealing with guys like this, okay, when he says like, "Oh, you're gonna stop," okay, he's gonna continue and I'll continue on.
Oh, yeah.
That's their psychology. That's their mentality. Okay, but thing is, here's the thing. As I have said before, um, you shouldn't say that who this smoky person is Josh, because obviously you have not seen that cartoon character who it looks like. But for me, I can clearly say that is Josh, and I'm not going to make you say that is Josh, obviously, but I'm just saying that he is Josh Marx-Herbel, that freaking pedo. Now, here's the thing: as a Christian, we are to forgive, your fellow brethren or whatever. Now, but thing is, I'm not going to have any kind of uh, like anyone who would be privily sneaking in the body of Christ, posing as a Christian, spreading lies and hatred in the body of Christ, and especially if he has a different intention, and that is to deceive, lie against others. And obviously that I will have to deal with. Oops, I got a phone. Oh,
It's a
gone now. But
oh,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
a rough
so
place, though,
yeah.
isn't it? I
Huh?
mean, it's kind of a rough situation because I think there's because you had the name posted in the videos, like she saw it. But my point is that there's been a good many people for a while now that have well, particularly women, like being called horrible names. I think maybe Satori's familiar with at least some of what we've watched. Some of us, people just being called whores, sluts, bitches, slags, all kinds of things, and then guys being called faggots and all kinds of sexual weird garbage and just strange things like this, and just horrendous things we've seen people being called and the way they've been treated online. And so it's like I feel bad because you've walked into a battleground, in a way, it's kind of it's been really weird to us, and you're like, you've gone through the very worst that anyone should have to go through, and yet for many of us, just looking at a situation like this, it's kind of like, wow, this it's sadly very ugly, and uglier for obviously some than others, but it it won't go away on YouTube for a while, I don't think so.
I don't think it will, but Smokey is attacking people currently, right?
Right.
He's doing things currently that is upsetting you. Now, you have associated Smokey with Joshua.
That's my guess. That's my guess. Yeah,
Right.
I think so. But I understand you. It's the
So this is what I'm getting at, and it's okay if you disagree with me, but and you might not like that I'm going to say this, and that's fine. Maybe the focus should be a little bit more on what he's doing currently to you guys, and not so much on what he did to me. What he did to me was awful, and he should repent, and he should ask for forgiveness, and all of that, and assuming that Smokey is Josh, right? If that's the assumption that you want to make.
Sure.
I can't make that assumption. I don't know it.
Oh, sure. I understand. It's not a problem.
But
I don't have any.
if they are the same person, okay, I see where you're coming from, but I don't know that they're the same person. So
No, and you
I'm
shouldn't have
looking at
to
this,
agree with
and I'm
it.
looking at
Yeah.
this from them being separate people. Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you don't have to.
So maybe like I'm coming into this from a different perspective, I guess. And also from the perspective of like, I need to have this like in my past. I need to move on. I want this to be a closed chapter. And I hate that this is something that is being dragged up and being dragged up and being dragged up and being dragged up. And it's just not.
No,
It's
nobody's making you say that Josh is Smokey or Smokey is Josh. Nobody's doing that. In fact, the as I have made it very, very clear from the beginning, it has nothing to do with whatever the case, your case that you're talking about. Nobody has mentioned about the details of went on or what was going on in the courthouse. Nothing like that. It made it very clear from the beginning that won't be the case. And I'm not going to make you say that, whatever. That's not even the point.
What I'm saying is that it's coming up all the time because what he's being gone after for is for being a pedophile and for what he's done in the past to me. What I'm saying is that maybe the focus needs to shift a little bit more towards what he's doing to everybody now in the present, and not dwelling on what he did to me, because like it's going and looking at charges, looking at the court date, looking at him being a pedophile, looking at him being a pedophile. And while I understand that, like, yeah, that's a huge, I mean, it's a huge deal. And I understand that you're trying to say that, that if Smokey is Josh, that you're trying to make a point that he has, at least I think I understand that you're saying that he has no business preaching. If
No,
That's not. No. You got it totally wrong. It's not. We are talking about your case over and over and over. Okay, as I have made it very clear from the beginning, I'm not going to stand for lies. For example, he would be he would be lying against my family. Even, oh yeah, Sam was divorced because he abused, even sexually abused his children. Are you going to stand for that? No, I'm not going to stand for that kind of thing. As long as he continues with his lies, whether that's towards anyone over here or whether we are not saying that, oh yeah, he's a pedo, despite the fact that he admitted that he is a pedo. No, that's not even the case. We are talking about him actually lying, perpetually and pathologically lying over and over. And whether that's to do with your case or anyone's case, as long as he continues with his lie, he's going to have to be called out. That's what I'm saying. Welcome, Kat. How are you?
Hi there. I just oh, have I got an echo? No. I just wanted to say to Sitori that I think I've been someone who's typed sort of details about things I've heard in chat, and I just want to apologize to say that I understand that, like, if people have got a problem with Smokey, I think they should just, it's all done now. There's no need to mention any kind of detail, or that's just sort of done. People know it. And I just apologize because I didn't really think about that when I was typing that. So
thank you.
Right. I mean, that's definitely, for sure. But I hope that you understand what I'm trying to say, Satori.
I do. I think Janet is really getting what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm gonna have to love and leave you.
You taking off now, bro?
Yeah. I don't want Cat think I'm going because he's in here. No.
Good night, Bill.
Good night, all, and God bless, and thanks, Satori, for the conversation.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, we'll be praying for you and yours, and you know, the Lord helps settle all things down, because I know this has opened up wounds, and that's not nice. And I do believe I not just sympathise, I empathise, and I have reasons for that empathy. So God bless you, take care, and I'm out.
Yep. Good night. God bless you all.
No, I'm going to go too. I just wanted to come in and say that because you made me think when you were talking, and I thought, yeah, I'm guilty of that, and I didn't think about it. So yeah,
thank
sorry
you.
about that. Okay, take care. God bless.
Thanks for coming, Kat. All right, so I think we should wrap it up. What do you think, guys?
Oh, I could still go on for like another hour or two. I just got here.
Why have you been here?
I'm picking.
I'm not saying that you need to stop what you're doing, Sam. I'm just saying that I think that maybe I need closure, and part of getting closure is it would be helpful if the focus on Smokey shifts a little bit more from going after him about this particular subject.
Well, of course. I mean, I totally understand. That's why we intentionally avoided having conversation about the case itself,
Yeah.
right? And nobody has actually, in my opinion, have asked you about in detail, you know, what's going on and what it is. But you know, what I'm here for is not just talking about his denial and things, but I believe that he has infiltrated and that he is actually confusing the people intentionally, even right now, with his lies, constant lies, whether that would be involved with your case or anyone's case. That's what he has been doing. And that's what I've been addressing. He has been talking about others' family, like there's an atheist named Rage. He has been lying against him, saying that he is a pedophile. He actually, like, you know, did this was what he did to a child, to his own daughter. He's saying the same thing to me and my family. So yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, when
Oh
the thing
yeah,
is,
you
when the
should.
conversation is come up, of course we gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
However, it's not just you, Satori.
Well,
So
the sad thing is, like with the atheist guy, he has some kind of issue with his legs. I'm not sure what it is. There's something pretty serious with his
right.
legs, and they were joking about him being a one, because he's American Indian, right? So they were joking about this guy being a one-legged Indian, and to them they thought that was funny.
Yeah, sick.
They're harassing. Yeah, it's really, yeah, that's kind of garbage. Like, you know, a lot of us saw it, and probably why, you know, it's difficult. You know, I guess maybe the difficulty is, you know, it's not just some, you know, people that are hearing about it, but it's kind of like people that have dealt with this guy for a couple of years going like, wow, they're watching this like kind of nasty, evil kind of cult build up, and this following of people falling into it. And you go, wow, this is bizarre. It's like this hate cult kind of group, you know? And not that anybody on either side of anything is perfect or anything, but there's a point when you see that much hatred, you know, and I feel bad, but I mean, that's probably why, you know, you've gotten, you know, people wanting to talk with you and know what's going on. You know what I mean? Just because the amount of just hate we've watched in the last, you know, like year or so, you know, and I feel bad that it's going to be that, you know, I don't know what the answer is. I know that I don't see it like calming down for a while, you know.
No, it's for him. It's just a beginning.
Yeah, I mean, like if Sam and I, let's say we didn't talk anymore at all, or anybody was in this chat, you still have people talking about it for a while. Like it's going to be going on for a while, you know.
Of course. I mean, I've been here for 15 years, and I know exactly how these things go. In a way, I mean,
pretty much, yeah,
pretty much. So, it's not like I totally understand where Satori is coming from. I
Oh yeah,
totally dig it. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, obviously,
absolutely.
that's something that we have always considered. But the thing is, when certain things needs to be explained, we have no choice other than kind of, mention. Now, the point, as I have said, is that when they double down, triple down with their lies, and then beguile other babes in Christ and have them totally confused over and over. Um, he's the one actually doing that. He's the one actually bring that kind of matter up. We are not saying that. Oh yeah, he repented when he never did, and then we're going to talk about you over and over. No, that's not the case at all. At all. So I hope that the Satori can understand a little bit. I was informed with the real details of the case, and she lied several times.
I don't think that's the case.
Satori is lying. What are you talking about, Tommy? What did she lie?
Well, it's probably because they're telling them what was said. They did this and that, My guess.
So,
Oh,
Tommy,
Lord.
what did she lie? I don't understand you, Tommy. I mean, you've just flip flop here and there and left and right. You were informed with real details by who?
Yeah, it's a shame. People get so easy to get messed up.
See, this is the thing, Satori. So whenever this sort of things come up, it's not like us mentioning that constantly. It's like Josh. Josh is the one actually feeding all this kind of crap and using guys like Tommy, having them as a front, and using guys like him as a tool. You know, it's not her. She lied about college in 2004.
I didn't say he was in college in 2004. I also said he didn't graduate.
He didn't graduate at all. And also, you know, do you think a child will check on certain whatever the college or major at that time? I mean, think about it, Tommy. Try
My
to
parents
be
did not consent to have this arrangement. Would you like me to get them on the phone so I can ask them and put them on freaking
yeah, that's that,
no, I'm
that
not gonna do that.
right. So you just correct me if I'm wrong. Insofar as I understand, Tommy, okay, Josh is the one who actually lied, told her to lie to her parents too. And he told his parents lies that she was old enough. Okay, so obviously if they are heard of such lies,
Hold on a
then
second.
guess what, they're going to say, oh wow, this is arrangement. No, man, I don't know why you have
No,
such
keep him
such thin ears.
keep praising the chat.
I'm sorry, what?
Hold on a second. Don't block praise.
Yeah, don't block praise. You are lying
Hey
demons. No,
mom,
you
can you guys hear my mother?
yes.
Mom, can you talk? You remember Josh, right?
Huh?
Josh, where was I last Wednesday?
Oh,
Where was I on Wednesday last week?
you were at the courthouse?
Yeah, why was I at the courthouse, Mom?
What's going on?
This isn't a trick question. Why was I at the courthouse, Mom?
You were. I am really.
I know
not
you're
sure what's going
I
on
know
here.
you're confused. Answer the question. Why was I at the courthouse, Mom?
You were there to read a victim statement.
You're right. I was. Who was I there to read the victim impact statement for, Mom? Who? What was the name of the person?
What's going on?
What was his name?
You know, my mind's just going blank because your phone call has kind of alarmed me to begin with.
I know it has. Do you remember what his name was, Mom?
I don't know why my mind's blank. I think it's Josh.
That's right. His name was Josh, Mom.
But what's going on, Michelle? You're really, what's going on?
I have somebody questioning me whether or not I'm telling the truth about this. Can you answer one more question for me?
Yeah.
Did you consent to me having a relationship with him?
No.
If you had known about how old he was, is there any way in hell that you would have consented to me having a relationship with him?
No.
How old was he? Do you remember?
He was in college.
Thank you, Mom. How old was I?
You were in the 8th grade.
Thank you. I love you, Mom.
Where are you?
I'm at home. I took you off a speakerphone. Some people on the internet. I'll call you tomorrow morning, okay? I love you. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm alone. I was just someone on the internet. I love you, okay? All right. Love you. Bye. Are you satisfied now?
I'm sorry, it's story you have to go through that. It's just it's
sorry.
freaking crazy, man. This idiot.
I'm gonna probably take off. I want to say, God bless you and your mom. And
Yeah.
your mom had a really, really nice. You sound like a nice lady, and you seem like a nice person. And I'm sorry you've gone through all this. And anyhow,
Well, nobody can question me now.
no, there's no question. Well, I hope you have a good night and
Thank
good
you.
talk with your mom tomorrow. All right. Good night.
God bless you, Bruce.
Right.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care then.
So I'm not going to say story. I told you, you know. So here's the thing. I'm happy that you did stand up and took on that again. Yet another lie that Josh has been using guys like Tommy as a front, saying that she's lying, blah blah blah. That's what that idiot has been doing. And as long as he continues stuff like that, hey, somebody got to do something about it. I don't know. It's just crazy, isn't it? That's how it is with these people. This sort of narcissistic F-tards, just incredibly like sociopathic, pathological freaks. That's what I know. You just came here and just found out about this and you're confused, but that's what I've been dealing with for months. And that's exactly that. That's why I've said that no, we are not discussing your case. I'm actually addressing his pathetic lies, cowardly lies that he's using guys like Kenny, guys like Tommy to actually speak lies for him. Crazy.
Well, there you go. Now
yeah.
you know that I'm not lying.
Well, why would you be lying? There's no way. I mean, the fact that this idiot would come in and it's like, oh, you're lying, you're evil, blah blah blah. I'm like, give me a break, man. Are you nuts? You are the one who bought into that stupid lies over and over, Tommy. And you said you're gonna do something about it, and then you go there and then swallow his more Kool-Aids and more lies from Josh, and then comes here accuse us as lying, accuse the victim as lying. Are you nuts, man? As long as you guys continue with this sort of thing, you're gonna be called out, man. No matter what, no matter what. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Have a little little private chat with Satori if you have a little time. But yeah, hugs, everyone. Oh, shut up, Tommy. All right, shut up, you little coward. You are the one who actually like saying all kind of crap against me, against the victim, against all these people, because you are the one who actually started swallowing his lies, regurgitating the same lies. At least man up. At least man up and say something about it. Oh, I'm going to stay out of it. Freaking coward, man. What a coward. Anyway, thank you for listening. God bless you, and have a good one. Bye for now.